G'day Bulldogs fans, episode 1, I've done the introduction video. This is the first topic as it's titled, the Bulldogs Coaching Dreamteam and who I think will be picked. Obviously we can't have Bellamy or Bennett, Robinson, pie in the sky to think we can get that. There's a real lack of unproven coaches, and what coaches are going to meet certain criteria that will allow our fans to give the required time for a rebuild. Trent Barrett was never going to have that period. And 18 months for many fans was too long. But in the scheme of things, from where we're coming from, 18 months is a blip. Anyway, Shane Flanagan, by no surprise, everyone's saying it's Shane Flanagan. I think it's Shane Flanagan too. No surprises there. But let's talk about the criteria to meet a Bulldog coaching member. So to be a Bulldogs coach, to get us from where we are to where we need to be and never come back to where we are now, they need to be able to attract players. They need to be able to understand what success looks like as a coach and as a player, hopefully. They also need to know what it's like to come from way back and build into success. That's very important, and there are some coaches out there who have that. They need to have Bulldogs DNA. If they have all those things, our fans will support them and give them the time. I'm sure of it. And that takes a little bit of pressure off the board. It means we don't have to panic as much when we buy players and all that sort of thing, because we can build for sustained success. And it's already started. So the next video I'll talk about will be about the recruitment we've already made, who's possibly going to leave and all that sort of thing. Maybe a few videos in that. And that's always going to come up. So speaking about choice number 1, Shane Flanagan. At West, he played under Warren Ryan. He has Bulldogs DNA. He played with Paul Langmack, Joe Thomas, Andrew Farah, David Gillespie, all champions of the 80s. He couldn't hold his spot in the West team when Joe Thomas came. I think he only played 6 games in 91 or something like that. So he understands what success looks like under Warren Ryan, and West were pretty successful around that time. He also recruited so well with the Sharks. He recruited Jim Dimmick. Sorry, not Jim Dimmick. He recruited him as a coach, as an assistant coach, which was a really good move. But he also brought along Michael Ennis and Ben Barber. We should never have let those players go and done whatever we could have till we've kept them in our system. And I think we'd be in a much better position today. I really do. I don't think we would have went backwards at all. Ennis, Barber. He knows what success looks like. He's won a grand final. When he started with Cronulla, they were on the bottom. He recruited well. He did, and he made it about the Sharks. So he knows about culture in clubs. Just quick, so Shane Flanagan's obvious pick. I want Jim Dimmick. If Shane Flanagan's not coaching the Bulldogs, I want it to be Jim Dimmick. If Shane Flanagan is coaching the Bulldogs, I want Jim Dimmick to be as his assistant. He knows what success looks like in the 90s and late 80s when he was coming through as a junior. He's been there when we've come from the bottom and faced adversity and risen to the top. He did a good job taking over as the caretaker, and the fans trust him and love him, and he has a great rapport with players. Just to add to it, Michael Ennis has been beating the drums. I think he's been trying to position himself. He wants back at the Bulldogs, and I'd welcome it. Mick Potter, old school, knows what success looks like as a dog under Warren Ryan. And I'd also be trying to bring Brent Sherwin back to the team. Okay? Get Shifty in there as part of the full-time training squad. That's my dream team. Tell me what you think. Go the Doggies.